Hi, my name is Tiandra Parker, and I am doing my capstone project for Georgetown College, EDU 626. My topic today is WIDA 101, preparing mainstream teachers to use WIDA. So the research question was as follows. What effects do professional development of the WIDA assessment system and associated best use of WIDA can-do descriptors have on middle school mainstream teachers or ESL students? So that was my question. Wondered, what would happen if we gave the teachers proper training? So the background for this was that Kentucky uses the WIDA Access Placement Test, or WAPT, as the screener to determine an ESL student's language level in reading, writing, speaking, and listening. It is essential that teachers understand how to use the can-do descriptors that align with the WAPT screeners. Therefore, training will be provided to equip educators with tools necessary to service their ESL population. The literature review content, and I have quite a few references here. There are two themes that I saw so far. The first set of themes deals with the need for teachers to be trained properly to properly service the ESL population, that many teachers don't get any training in their undergraduate courses, and so teachers need to be trained. The other theme that I saw that was prevalent was that when I did look at WIDA training and those kind of things, and the studies out there dealing with WIDA training, that teachers that had training did better than those teachers that didn't, and students, which is our focus, is that students do better. And so it's definitely essential that not only are teachers trained to service their ESL population, but also that they're trained properly. And for us, it would definitely be WIDA, because that is the program in which we use in order to even screen our students, our ESL students in Kentucky. So the methodology and procedures. This study is a triangulated mixed methods design, use both quantitative and qualitative data to look at teachers' usage of WIDA resources and can-do descriptors after undergoing WIDA professional development training. Now let's look at the procedures, which included administration of a Likert type survey that assesses the teacher's knowledge of the WIDA tools and resources and their usage before and after the WIDA professional development training. The survey was also used to determine how much the participant knew about the process of how ESL students are placed in the ESL program. Pre and post tests were administered on Google Forms, and this was done anonymously. In addition, structured interviews were conducted to determine the amount of WIDA resources used during classroom instruction before and after the WIDA training, which were recorded and transcribed. The structured interviews, as stated by Mertler, are a specific set of predetermined questions. Consent was obtained from each participant in order to use this information in this study, and anonymous. Again, they were anonymous and used in the reporting of all data. Now, the participants and the data confidentiality and protection of human subjects. 6 to 9 teachers from various disciplines such as social studies, science, math, etc., and various grade levels from 6th to 8th grade participated in the study. These participants volunteered to be a part of this research project, and data was collected using pre and post survey, as previously mentioned, and interview question responses. Teachers submitted pre and post surveys anonymously to provide integrity to their answers. and the names of the interviewees were not used, but instead numbers, for example, T1 through T5 was used to ensure privacy. All identifiable data was secured in a locked filing cabinet and will be shredded by January of 2019. And data files will be destroyed. Now, as for data collection and analysis, the data was collected by means of pre and post surveys. And after the WIDA training, interviews were conducted. The data was obtained from the surveys, and interviews was qualitative. The interviews were transcribed, and then the data was grouped into several themes. After a coding scheme was developed, the data was analyzed and interpreted. The surveys administered included both closed and open-ended questions. The closed-ended questions were analyzed to discover the descriptive statistics of the data collected. The open-ended questions were organized into themes. Data was analyzed to determine common threads among the participants, such as, do general education teachers have different perspectives and actions than special education teachers? Do teachers of the same grade level have common results? Do teachers' answers, actions change after professional development? And also the data was organized and put into a table for easy viewing. Once the data was gathered, organized, analyzed, and interpreted, it was then compared to other research in the same field area. Teachers participated in a pre-survey to analyze what the participants know and how often they utilize WIDA can-do descriptors, and the process involved in placing students in ESL program. Teachers participated in an interview to analyze what the participants gained from the WIDA professional development. And teachers participated in a post-survey to analyze what the participants know and how often they utilize WIDA can-do descriptors, and the process involved in placing students in ESL program after PD training. As for my references, again, there are a variety of references, and so this would be my reference list over here. And that would be my study for WIDA 101, preparing mainstream teachers to use WIDA.